Hello, it's Tom, and welcome to SoftTalk ASMR. How are you today? Do you like this little painting? Here in the northern hemisphere we're well into autumn, so the climate is getting colder and the mornings are getting darker and the days are getting damper. But that's about as low as I'm going to get with this video, because this is a place to be present, to relax, and to feel a sense of joy and satisfaction, and maybe a little bit of happiness too. So to help bring that joy and that happiness to you, here's my painting of a colourful, bright, vibrant yellow sunflower. Can you see the textured effect of the petals inlay around the inner circle and the outer circle with the larger defined outlined petals? So a cheerful, joyful yellow sunflower to brighten up an autumnal day. I did consider painting a little bee, perhaps on the middle of the sunflower, but I liked the sunflower as it is, with a cream background. And of course, if you've seen my crystal video, my recent crystal video, I talk about yellow crystals for the solar plexus, and of course yellow is a very good colour to help bring positive vibes into your solar plexus. Hence why I did this painting, to help heal my own solar plexus chakra, to bring in positive vibrations and intentions, positive thought patterns, to heal the solar plexus, all those emotions, to heal them. So that's my sunflower painting. shall place it there to continue the flow of positive, joyful intentions. And no, this is not an episode of This Is Your Life with a big red book. I'm not Eamon Andrews, and I'm not Michael Aspel. But I have got something which I hope you find interesting in this red book. It's a book from my childhood, a collector's book. I used to collect. Well, have a look. Let's have a look in the book. A few too many motorbikes this evening, so I've closed the window for us. Here's a little look at some British stamps. Postmark there of Derby. Postmark there of Birmingham. Another postmark there of Birmingham. These are all Queen Elizabeth II stamps. This would have been stamps off a parcel. Look at that, £6.65p. This was back in the day before franking was popular, with going into a post office these days and just getting a label that says £6.65. But back then we purchased stamps to apply to our parcels and our packets and our letters. Let's see if I can work out the postmark, the frank. That looks like Chester and Wales, I think that says. So there's some stamps. And here is my coin collection. So, as a little boy, I used to collect foreign coins and some UK coins. Can you guess? Can you see what country of origin these are from? EIRE, E-I-R-E, which is the Republic of Ireland. The harp. £2 shillings and sixpence, 2 shillings and 1 shilling. Little pebble. It's not a crystal, it's a pebble. These are UK coins. At the top are half pennies, halfpennies, then threepenny bits, 3 pence, then 6 pence, 6pence, shillings, 2 shillings, and half crowns. Now I seem to recall the coins on the left side running down have the portrait of King George VI on the other side, and the coins on the right have the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the front. Let's have a look. Yes, that's right. King George VI, those were the ones which were on the left, and Queen Elizabeth II. See if I can improve the lighting a little bit here. Is that any better? Let's see. See if I put the lamp the other side. Let's see if I can do that. How's that looking? Let's see. Ah, yes, that's much better. These are the half crowns. Those are the 2 shillings, which when I was a little boy were still UK legal tender. We could spend those as 10p coins. And then these ones here, they're shillings. And again, they were legal tender. I could spend them as 5p coins. I'll have to try and get this lamp to work a bit better. Let's see. There we are. I think this will work now. Yes. Those are the 6p pieces. There's the threepenny bit. There's the halfpennies. this lamp to behave. See if that does any good there. Does that do any good? Let's see. You can see my writing there, Charles' writing. Great Britain, farthings, silver and copper, 30 bits, sixpence, shillings, English, Scottish, English, Scottish, Great Britain, halfpennies, pennies, florin, half a crown. What we've got here are stamps from around about 1990, which I had saved, which I'd cut the corners out of the envelopes, and these all very much intrigued me because they carry the portrait of Queen Victoria and Queen Elizabeth. Now, if my memory serves me right, this was in respect of the 150th anniversary of postage, and if I'm right, that was 1840 or thereabouts. So this would have been 1990 when these stamps were in circulation. And as you can see, I was very, very keen on them, so I saved up quite a lot. Ah yes, now this is interesting because just here, this stamp here, is an Edward VIII stamp, and he was only king for something like 9 months in 1936. In fact, the year 1936 was known as the year of the three kings: George V, Edward VIII, and then George VI. So as you can see back then, blue, that would have been second class. A second class stamp was 15p. A first class stamp back then was 20p. And from what I recall about stamps, the penny black was the popular stamp of Queen Victoria, and there was always also a penny blue, but obviously I haven't got any of those. If I did, they would be worth a lot of money. Now looking at coins again. See my writing back then. £1 coins. Now the old £1 coins had different pictures on the reverse. That's the British coat of arms representing the UK. That was in 1983 that was minted. In 1984 they minted the Scottish Thistle £1 coin. The following year, in 1985, they minted the Welsh leek to represent Wales. In 1986, the Ulster, which I think was a flax, which I haven't got. I'm sure I did at some stage. And then the oak tree, English oak tree in 1987. The Royal Coat of Arms was 1988. Again, I haven't got that. I seem to recall those 2 years there weren't many coins in circulation. There's a 5p coin down there. Then we start looking at the Channel Islands, Jersey and Guernsey, Isle of Man, Ara Island, Republic of Ireland. That's right, Ireland, they loved their farm animals. Got a pig there for the halfpenny, cockerel for the penny. Not sure what that is for the 2p. 3p was a hare. 5p looks like a bull. 6p looks like a greyhound dog. 10p is a big fish, looks like a salmon. 20p is a horse. I'm not sure what the 2p is. It looks like it could be some sort of musical instrument, possibly. I'm not sure. The Channel Islands, I remember these very well. The Guernsey 10p piece with the Guernsey tomatoes. Berwick of Jersey, 2p. Some sort of scene there with a building and rocks. The Jersey penny, it was a crab. Been to the Channel Islands quite a lot as a child. There was some really lovely holidays. And the Channel Islands, if you're not aware, is located off the coast of France, but it is part of the British Commonwealth. You see how I spelt Switzerland then. Switzerland. These coins are France. I might put a bit more light on, let's see. Does that help at all? Does that work? Still getting used to this new lamp. Let's see if that does any better, any good. So we've got France, got Spain, Switzerland, Germany, Austria, Denmark. Now if you're from any of those countries, please get in touch. You might find this quite interesting. Might recognise some of your old coinage. Bloopers, eh? There we are, French francs at the top. And Spanish pesetas. I remember going to Spain and the Balearic Islands spending pesetas. Swiss francs. Deutschmarks. German Deutschmarks. Austrian shillings. Yes, I remember going to Switzerland, to Austria and spending those. Denmark, I've never been to Denmark. The ore. See what we've got next. Oh, more France. France, Spain, Portugal, San Marino and Italy. Whoops-a-daisy. That's the lamp getting in the way. That's San Marino, that's Italy. And here we've got it's an Asian country, I'm not sure. That's Borneo, Gambia, Mauritius, India, Egypt and Israel. These coins here are from Yugoslavia, Hungary, Turkey and Greece. Some old bus tickets, 25p back then. Those date from 1991. 25p child fare. And that's London buses, London Regional Transport. Here we are. The old £1 note. The old Scottish £5 note. For my followers in the States, there we are, you'll recognise those, I'm sure. $1 bill and $2 bill. Do you still have those? Is it still that same image? And over here, Banco Central de Reserva del Perú, dated 1988. And then last of all, last in the collector's album, these notes. That's Brazil, another Brazil, 1 cent, Hong Kong. I'm assuming they are possibly Hong Kong as well. And then that's Banco de Mozambique. If I remember correctly, there was a little magazine, a collector's magazine for children, which I used to get many years ago, growing up, and they used to give little presents, little keepsakes to put into your collector's album. I think these notes came with that, because I've certainly not been to any of these countries. There we are. That's Ruby Burns. Fairly certain that's Ruby Burns. And that's Queen Elizabeth II. The old £1